am Siva, you are awesome, and this is Speak Up Junior. I hope you are staying safe and sound in your home. I'm very sure you guys have learned how to write your story in the previous session. So now, in this session, I'm going to teach you how to present your story on stage in front of hundreds of people. So now let's get ready with a pen and a piece of paper and jot down the important keys for your competition. So here are the few important things you have to remember while presenting your story on stage. First of all, your body posture. It gives the first impression of audience to you. So, make sure you walk up to the stage and stand in the center. It is very important for you to make sure that all the audience can view you. Secondly, you have to stand straight with broad shoulders and make sure you open your palms always. This shows you are confident and well prepared. The common mistake you should avoid is never fold your arms or never slouch. This shows you are not confident or not prepared for the session. So now, let's move on to the second point. Second thing that you have to give important is eye contact. Throughout the competition, you have to maintain a very good eye contact with the audience. To get their attention, you have to make sure you have a direct eye contact with them. To engage the audience, to engage with them and never give them a chance to look away from you. So make sure you have a direct eye contact with the audience. So the common mistake you have to avoid is never look or stare to the floor, walls, or over people's head. This shows you are very nervous, and this could be a minus point for you. So let's recap again. The important points you have to remember is, first, the posture. Stand straight with broad shoulders and open your palms. Second thing, your eye contact with the audience. Nevertheless, never forget to smile. That shows you are enjoying your story and you can get the attention of the audience. I hope you all can remember these points and break a leg for the competition. Wish you all the very best and see you on the competition. Bye-bye!
Hi there, I'm Faustina. You are awesome and this is Speak Up Junior. Now, let's go through 2 other techniques that can be used when speaking. The first one is, that's right, voice projection. Now, the voice is the most important part of speaking, but some of us tend to make mistakes in controlling our voices, and this leads to many other problems. Always remember to speak at the right volume. If you speak too softly, people might not be able to hear you or understand you. But if you were to speak too loudly, people might get uncomfortable. So, always start your speech with the right volume. Now, speaking at the right volume is different from adding emphasis. Let me give you an example. Sally must have that cookie. Now, the volume in my voice did not really change. But by stressing the word must, I make people realize just how important that cookie is to Sally. Now the second part of this voice projection is you must always speak with the right speed, with the normal speed. Now, imagine yourself in front of an audience. Most of us would get nervous. And then what would happen? We might speak too fast or too slow. Now let me tell you why this is a very bad idea. If you were to speak too fast, people will definitely not be able to understand you. But if you were to speak too slow, people might lose interest and not pay attention to you anymore. But don't worry and cheer up. If you should find yourself in that situation, just stop, take a deep breath, calm down, and continue your speech from where you left with the right speed. Now, let's move on to vocabulary. Sometimes when we speak in public or anywhere, we tend to go off topic and talk about things that we don't really need to talk about. Now, how do we handle this situation? Of course, you should always structure what you're going to say, but most importantly, use language that you are comfortable with. That's right, use simple language that you understand. Why make things very difficult when you can explain something with simple words? Now, don't try to use fancy words or impress your audience. It's better for them to understand every word that you say rather than getting confused over what you're trying to tell them. The second part of vocabulary is to use specific and concrete sentences. Let me give you an example. Being specific would mean, this is a blue pen. Now, what would a concrete sentence sound like? This is a pen. That's it. It's that simple. Use simple and concrete sentences. Now, if I were to not use specific, simple, or concrete sentences, I would say, this is a cylindrical tube filled with ink that comes out of the pointy end. You see, it just doesn't make sense and it makes things very difficult to understand. Use very simple language. Keep it simple and short, and you will be all right. Now let me wrap it up for you. There are two very important things to remember: voice projection and vocabulary. When you speak, make sure that you speak with the right volume and the right speed. Vocabulary that you use must be simple, easy to understand, short, and sweet. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Ajay, you're awesome, and this is Speak Up Junior. I hope that everyone is at home safe, especially during this COVID-19 crisis. And I really hope that everyone is looking forward to joining our program in the near future. And if you're feeling a bit worried or you're nervous, it is okay, because we have a lot of videos such as this one to help you become a very good storyteller. Woohoo! Now, previously in the last videos, you have already been told about things like posture, things like eye contact, voice projection, and also vocabulary. And these things are very important if you want to tell a good story. But ask yourselves this: what makes a great storyteller? Is it because of the way he speaks? No. Is it because of the cool and fancy costumes a person wears? Absolutely not. It is because of something called body language, which is the main topic in this video today. So firstly, I'm going to explain to you why body language is actually your superpower, and then I'm just going to show you the do's and don'ts about body language. It's really simple. Now let's move on. The reason why I actually told you guys that body language is your powers, by the way, do not tell anyone. It is because your body movements, your body language is sending a lot of messages to the audience. This is how the audience can know whether you're feeling scared or you're feeling pretty confident about yourself. It is because things like this, you going up to the stage, before taking the microphone and telling your story, you're already creating a lot of movements, such as moving from left to right or raising your arms like this. They send a lot of messages, and that's why body language is really important. Now, body language has a lot of functions. Number one, body language can actually help you send your message across to the audience. Second, body language can actually help you memorize your speech or your story. And thirdly, body language helps the audience, people like me and the others, to actually know and focus on what you're saying. Pretty simple, right? This is why body language is so important for you guys. And now, let's look at the do's and don'ts about body language. Normally, some speakers would tend to use their shoulders like this when they're telling their story. This is very bad because it shows that you are not confident with yourself, especially when you're telling your story. Instead, do this. Make sure your shoulders are like this and it's firm, and be confident when you're telling your story. And this will also show the audience that you are not afraid of telling your story. The second part is about your hands. Some storytellers, even the ones who are experienced, they tend to do this. Or they even take a pen and do this while they're giving their speeches. Although this might seem cool, but actually it's not. It actually distracts the audience, and the audience will not listen to what you're saying, and they're only going to focus on things like this. So that's why you should put your pen away and do not do this. Just maintain your hands, put them in the side, and only move them when you want to show certain gestures. For example, this, like this, or this, so that you can actually make your message more louder and clearer. And thirdly, movement in general. You always see that storytellers often move left and right, back and forth when telling their stories. Even though this might be something that you do without you actually noticing, but it is not a good sign of body language. It shows that you are not actually focusing, and it actually distracts the audience. So what you have to do is maintain your posture as told in the previous video, and just move when you're about to do certain acts. For example, this, or moving to the left. These are the only moments where you should actually move. That is how you can actually maintain very good body language, and this is how you can actually make your message clear.